Well, boys, it happened. Now, some of you that been paying attention shouldn't be surprised about this, but it is kind of an emotional moment, I can see that, and it is something I could not even predict. Don't get me wrong, we all knew SoD was going to end, but nobody expected it to end this way. So we got two big pieces of news, and it's kinda rough. This morning started with an announcement. The announcement was that Pandaria is coming out in July 21st. We knew that. I made a video on it. It got leaked. So that's not a surprise. However, this morning had something that got people asking a lot of questions. And the questions were as follows. Get a boost from Balnazar in Season of Discovery. Okay, let me get that straight. If you kill Balnazar, the first boss is in Scarlet Enclave in Season of Discovery, you get a free level 85 character boost. That's right, a free Pandaria boost just for playing the first raid of SoD. And by the way, I completely expect people to make groups just to kill Balnazar and then give up on it. There's gonna be like a buff coming out in June the 3rd, so that's in what, like 5 days? In 5 days, they're gonna put like the ICC buff in the raid. That's gonna render it pointless and anybody can kill it. Just wait to the next lockout and you're gonna be able to kill Balnazar. But yes, if you kill Balnazar, you get a free boost in Pandaria. Immediately, everybody started panicking. Why would they send us over to Pandaria if everything with SoD was going fine? And I want to refer back to the statement Aggrend made. My homie Hammerdance made a video, he made a message to the community and he was complaining basically. I hope I am not taking him out of context, this is what I interpreted. He was saying that we need more communication, more transparency with the development team of SoD, because we feel like we're being strung along and they lead us on and they never confirm or deny what's gonna happen to SoD and people get fed up and quit. That's basically his point, more or less. I don't know, maybe Hammer can say in the comments if he feels I didn't represent his statement well, but actually Aggrend made a reply to that post and he said something that I thought was very interesting. The reality is, we think, look at the plausible deniability, we think there are many months of content in SoD left. Now, let me refer to you, that content was 2 months ago. So many months means 2 months. But very well. After the community rioted for about 8 hours and the forums were falling apart, people were like, oh, SoD is dead, they announced it, and then people were like, no, it is not dead, and then it is dead. There was a whole crap storm in the forums, and keep in mind, this is the sanitized version of that crap storm. They cleaned it up pretty well. There was a lot of cursing out there. But eventually, Aggrend, the man himself, made a statement which is pretty emotional. And everybody's fears or anti-copium, they got proven right. This is from Aggrend himself. Greetings. As you may read here, we are offering a boost to everybody that kills Pandaria, yada yada, so that's the boost they are talking about. But here, we believe that it would be a great capstone. What is a capstone? A rock, the last rock that you put on a building, the rock at the top. That's a capstone. It also means gravestone in some places, but okay. For Season of Discovery to offer those of you who are looking to embark on your next classic adventure this opportunity to hop into Miss Classic right away when it launches. When we look back on the journey we have taken in Season of Discovery, we are incredibly proud of the time we got to spend with all of you in this unique take of the Blizzard version of World of Warcraft. From the first moments that players sat down at the demo stations in BlizzCon 2023, we knew we had something special, and it is wild to think that it has been over 18 months since we announced it. When we think the impact that Season of Discovery will ultimately have on World of Warcraft, we think about how it helped prove some of us what we already knew. There is an enormous appetite for new experience set against the backdrop of original World of Warcraft. As soon as the realms went live, we saw the response. It was about, I think it was like the peak of SoD was like 1.5 million people that logged in. Then of course the actual people that raided was more like 500,000, but like it was a crap ton of people that logged into SoD to try it out. We knew we had an unprecedented opportunity to immerse ourselves in new concepts and ideas and see what works and what doesn't. Several months ago, as we wrapped up our developments on Naxxramas and Karazhan Crypts, We had originally planned, okay, they are fessing up, they are confessing. I'm gonna stroke my ego so bad, guys. I'm gonna stroke my ego so bad. We had originally planned for that to be the final content update to Seasonal Discovery. They admitted it was a rug pull. Remember when I made my video and people were like, no man, you're wrong, you're stupid. There you go. However, we couldn't let go the one major unrealized dream for Seasonal Discovery, the Scarlet Enclave. It was on the freaking beta. It was on the, in the BlizzCon presentation. You cannot walk that back. We looked at our schedule and decided to take a risk in order to make time to create this new raid tier and really punctuate the Seasonal Discovery experience with something special. We are very glad we did. It has been incredibly fun to play and progress through the new content with you. Seasonal Discovery was a success beyond our wildest imagination back in 2023. We learned so much, we grew as a team, both literally and figuratively, and we have been invigorated for the future. That future for Seasonal Discovery is somewhat bittersweet as we have made the decision to slow down, once again the plausible deniability language, on Seasonal Discovery and begin work on our next major project in the original WoW design space. We have big plans and big ambitions for this type of found photographs? What's that mean? Content set in the original world of Azeroth, but in order to realize those ambitions, we need to make sure that we are spending our time where it will make the most impact on the long-term future of WoW Classic. We want to set ourselves up for success by taking care the time we need to get the proverbial kitchen and cook, okay? They want to cook, okay? These long words are hard for me, okay? I am not very smart. They want time to cook, iterate on, and shape our ideas and lessons learned from Seasonal Discovery into something truly exciting. Seasonal Discovery was always meant to be an ephemeral seasonal experience, and while it became so much more for a time, we are extremely excited about the things we are working on in the future. We have no plans to shut down the SoD realms, and we hope to see the game mode continue to operate similar to WoW Classic era for many months, if not years to come. Okay, now that is concerning. Okay, that right there, if you play SoD, that is concerning. Like, the server is gonna continue for many months to come. That doesn't inspire confidence. Like, that is a huge red flag. Like, if all they can really assure us is that we're gonna get more than 1 month, because remember guys, I am not letting this go. Many months for Aggrend are 2 months, right? So if they are saying the server is gonna have many months, I would be concerned. Personally, I am not attached to my characters and I got really no interest to do Scarlet Enclave. I will do it once just for the stupid boost, and that's probably just gonna be Balnazar, and that's it, honestly. We have all grown attached to our characters just like you have, and we are happy to continue to adventure with you for as long as you would like. We are sincerely thankful for joining us in this incredible journey in Seasonal Discovery. Thank you all for playing with us, making new friends with us, for giving us feedback, for pushing the boundaries of what content set in original WoW could look like, and more than anything, thank you for being passionate about World of Warcraft, the WoW Classic development team. So there we go. This hurts to say it. I totally understand why Blizzard never said SoD was gonna end, because when you say a game is ending, it is a self-fulfilling prophecy in WoW. You know, when people understand, when people are fully aware that the game is going to end, people quit. It happens at the last tier of every expansion, when people know the next expansion is coming over, and this is nothing out of the ordinary. Now, I got zero faith in Seasonal Discovery era lasting more than a year. That's just me. Maybe I am wrong. I hope I am wrong, I guess. I really don't care about playing Sodera. If people want to play Sodera, I hope they can. They are not hurting anybody. And we also gotta accept that Seasonal Discovery was gonna end at some point. Like 18 months? That's about the length of a retail expansion, right? Like a fairly decently long retail expansion is 18 months. They admitted here, and I will toot my own horn here, of course I wasn't the only person, but when they said culminate in Nax Ramas, was it that when they said the game is gonna culminate in Nax Ramas, the entire community like literally picked up the pitchforks and rioted everywhere? That's what got us Scarlet Enclave. I am sorry guys, but I will say it again. I hate that this is the reality, but complaining on Twitter works. Complaining on Twitter is the way to go. Now, the reason that they weren't gonna originally release Scarlet Enclave, it was very obvious. They just wanted to put it on Classic Plus because it is free content they already made, so they essentially wasted a raid, quote unquote, in Season of Discovery. And honestly, if they were to make new content for SoD, that would be kinda stupid. I think that's a waste of resources too. Make Classic Plus for December 2026 like you intend. That's all I really wanted. Like, if they were to make a new raid in SoD and it was amazing, I don't think people would have cared at this point. There was a time to make a new raid in SoD and it was a year ago. So that's not gonna happen. I think it is really funny that they are trying to transition people into Pandaria instead of like Anniversary or something like that. The truth of the matter is that Pandaria makes like $1 trillion, and this is something I want to talk about. This is really strange. If you go to the cash shop in WoW and you want to get a boost, there is 2 pre-order packages for Pandaria. There is a $40 one, that's right, you can pay the full price of an expansion to get a crappy pet that nobody cares about, and 2 crappy mounts, and like a crappy transmog that looks like the guy is like crapping himself in the picture. Okay, that's all you can get from $40. That's the full price of an expansion. Now, that $40 apparently isn't valuable enough to get a level 85 character boost. And this is a common marketing tactic. They make it so you get a terrible deal here. This deal is absolutely terrible, like 3 stupid skins and a pet. That's worthless, nobody's gonna buy this. But this one, the $80, has a level 85 boost and a month of game time. Now, this is obviously a scam. This is also obviously a scam, but it is less of a scam, I guess. Less of a terrible value. You can say that. The Shy Infused pack. Oh boy, $80. That's like a full actual new game that I can pay to play an expansion from 15 years ago. These people will market study like the color of a freaking box, and they do not market study their prices. That's insane. I don't know. So they are giving away a free character boost. And if you look at the listing here, that's like the only decent selling point of the pre-order package, right? So they are sacrificing a lot of potential sales. I guess a lot of people that would maybe say, I'm gonna boost a character and I might as well get a couple skins. Like there's gonna be a significant amount of those people. And if they get a boost for free, they are not gonna buy that $80 scam. Now, I could say, oh, this is for the kindness of our hearts. They want us to not be mad at them. They want us to give us something so we are happy. I think the truth of the matter is that Blizzard recognized that there is a community within SoD of people that play only SoD, and it is not insignificant, and they are willing to sabotage, to sacrifice some of their sales just to get those people, to keep those people playing some version of WoW, because I couldn't even tell you the amount of people that tell me I cannot go back to Vanilla WoW after SoD, man. I cannot go back to the 25 warriors. I cannot go back to, I don't even know, whatever gripe you got about Vanilla, the stupid PvP system, the no loot, whatever. But I do not think a lot of people that would otherwise never do Pandaria go to Pandaria just because they got a boost. That is also something I want to point out there. So, I don't know, I feel they only stand to lose from giving free boosts, monetarily wise, money wise, I'm talking of course. That's the motivation. But let me tell you something, I am gonna take full advantage of that. So next week, when they put the ICC buff on Scarlet Enclave, I am gonna put together a raid. I'm gonna call like No Hit Jerome or something. We're gonna put together a raid and we're gonna carry like every idiot in my chat. Okay, get ready guys. Get ready. We're gonna pump that Baltasar whatever guy. See you in MOP, I guess. Subscribe, join the Discord, and thank you for watching.